I'm Bree.
I'm Amber.
And welcome back to Let's Be Honest. Today, on this beautiful day, we're going to do a actual Q&A. And it is going to be based on interracial marriage or relationships or dating in general. Our thoughts on that. And how we feel. Y'all should comment down below also. I know this may be a touchy subject for certain individuals,
but be heavy,
you know,
but it shouldn't be.
Exactly, and we're not licensed professionals, so please don't be mad or bothered by it because this is solely based on our opinions. So
yes. And please don't go in the comments and say you think we're this or not. We just clearly stated in the beginning of the video, this is our opinion. It's not for you to agree because everybody disagrees, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, to each his own. But like this video if you are having a great day. How about that? And turn the notification bell on to get all the latest updated videos. So again, our thoughts and opinions on interracial dating. I can go on and say, or I'll start in saying, I haven't dated outside my race. I don't think it's a problem. I really don't. Actually, being in the city that I'm in right now, I see a lot of it, and it's predominantly Hispanic culture where I'm living, and there are a lot of African Americans, and that's their chosen pick. So I can be walking around, see a lot of interracial dating, and children comes from that as well. I'm kind of immune to it, honestly.
Have you ever had sex outside of your race?
Have I ever had sex?
You said you never dated, but
one time in band camp. No, I talked to someone once. Yeah, but it didn't go that far. And y'all may ask, where did this question come from? I'm going to insert a clip right here for y'all to watch. It's based on this guy. I was on YouTube, and there's this guy talking about why he don't date black women and his thoughts, and just a little clip. We're going to put it right here.
Sometimes people ask me, hey Daniel, how come you've never dated a black woman before? I've never had a physical relationship with a black woman or a black person. I've never had a romantic relationship with a black woman before. I had a friend who was black once. That was the only black person I ever knew. And yeah, so I had a black friend, so I don't think you can call me racist. And I always used to eat dinner with him. He would cook me spaghetti and then I would do the washing up. I've ever met a black woman was maybe a few years ago in Japan in a guest house. And I never spoke to her, she never spoke to me. Never actually met a black woman who I felt incredibly attracted to. They do have very nice big round bums, which I find very attractive. If I was single again, then would I like to have intercourse? Would I like to try intercourse with a black woman? Yeah, why not? I'm always up for trying new things, and I do kind of regret that I never got the chance to try it when I could have tried it. If I had the opportunity to try it out and it was no strings attached, you know, just like a 1 or 2 time thing, would I be interested in taking that opportunity? I would say the answer would be leaning towards yes. I think that one of the main reasons why I don't feel amazingly attracted to black women is just because I don't identify myself as a black person. I don't see myself as a black person. And when it comes to looking for a woman, I kind of want a woman who looks a bit like me.
So that was a little bit about the clip, and that's why we decided to come up with this topic. What do you think? How do you feel?
I don't feel like I would be allowed to feel any type of way about that situation because of my background, because of my family, and you know, when we get together, especially on my father's side, we look like United Nations. So who am I to tell somebody what they can and can't do in terms of marrying someone or relationships, because I'll be damned if somebody's going to tell me. I feel like, you know, us being 2 black women, people already have preconceived notions that we hate that, or they feel like we're going to be bothered by it automatically. And no, I'm not, because if I want to date a Mexican man, if I want to date a white man, Polish, whatever, French, Asian, I'm gonna do that. And not have anybody to tell me about it as far as what I can and can't be doing. I wish I could find it. My uncle actually was on the cover of a Jet magazine. It's my uncle, his wife, and my cousin, because his wife is Hispanic and he's black, and then their son, he's on the bike. They're on the cover, and this was back probably in the early 80s, because back then, you know, that was definitely more so a big deal, and I don't think it was that prevalent, but he's actually on the cover of a magazine for it. But as far as someone saying that they don't date a specific race, that doesn't bother me or whatever. Do what you do. I mean, the man being white himself, a lot of people say, oh, I won't date a black woman or, you know, marry or whatever, but you damn sure will try to have sex with us.
Right, and that's what he was saying. He was like, I haven't ever had the opportunity to do it or be with anyone black, but, you know, black women. He started pointing out their physical features, about their butt and their curves and all this, but if I had the opportunity to do it since I'm single, then yeah, I would sleep with one. And I'm like, what makes you think we want to sleep with you anyway? Like, it didn't make any sense to me when I saw it, because like, you know how sometimes there's like recommended videos in YouTube, and that's why one morning I woke up, I was like, what is this? And instantly put on Snapchat. By the way, if you have not followed us on Snapchat, our credentials are right here. Go ahead and follow it. We're very, very active on Snapchat. But
I'll follow you, and we'll follow you back as long as you're not asking about what socks I wear and feet and crazy shit like that.
Yeah, there's some weird things that be going on in the DM. But honestly, I don't like the fact that some men can comment on a black woman dating outside their race when it's so easily accepted for a black man to date outside their race.
But
you know
is it so? Because like I said, there's that preconceived notion that we hate it. Like, you can't turn around and tell me I'm mad about something or whatever, because that's what you choose to do. Right. Or whatever. But it's the double-edged sword of, like, you know, if I dated a white man, oh, you were a traitor, like you gave up, like you don't love black men, or take it as that. Or the black man dating a white girl, and it's like, oh, he probably got money, you know, especially the athletes or whatever. He went and got himself that white girl or whatever, and it was probably a girl that held him down through it all, and then you traded up and, you know, essentially got yourself a white girl.
How do you feel about there's always that conversation going on, like we as black women, we're so strong-minded and we hold the man down no matter what. Don't have to have a job, be couch surfing, you ain't got to do nothing, don't do nothing, but we hold them down. But the moment that they get up, you know what I'm saying, job or career or even out there doing their thing, they decide to go ahead and date somebody else or date, again, outside of the race. How do you feel at that point?
It's still that's still relevant to those people specifically, because I'm sure that there were signs in the beginning of, like, okay, I'm helping this person, helping this person, and then when they finally cross over, hopefully they'll bring me along. But I mean, I guess that kind of ties into, you know, their character. They were going to do that anyway. To me, as far as that's concerned, what gets me, and I won't say like upset, but just like makes me question it, or it gives me some confusion as far as when black men are like, I don't date black women or whatever. But when I'm asking, I'm genuinely asking, like, why, and I'm asking why, and the confusion's to me because you came from a black woman, your mama's black, so how do you say you don't date a black woman? Is weird to me. It's just weird to me. Or
maybe they've been done wrong, and they say, instead of saying I don't date black women, it could have been like, oh, I've been done dirty or something like that multiple times, and I prefer to date. You know,
I get that too. Like, maybe back in the day, black girls weren't, you know, too keen to you, and Hispanics or white girls were more acceptable or more on you, so to speak, or whatever too. So that's just what it is. Sometimes it's a product of your environment too. Like, where we are is predominantly Hispanic, so that's not uncommon to see at all. Nor does it bother me. I've seen it high school, middle school, pretty much all my life, and it's in my family. I have people who are, you know, white, Hispanic, and Asian. So, I mean, it's of no consequence, and it does not bother me 1 ounce, or do I lose sleep about it. But, you know, there's definitely, you know, that group of people who just feel like, or black women, like, oh, you're taking our men away from us, as far as the white girls, or when it comes to the athletes or whatever. But then it gets into the conversation of, well, I'm going to choose this white girl because they're deemed more submissive and they'll listen. And my thing is too, well, I mean, that's only going to work for so long. Would you want to really deal with someone who's never ever going to challenge you to anything and always be that yes person? And if so, then, hey, you good to go. But I personally knew a guy, he actually did play basketball. And but overseas, and the guy he was friends with, or whatever, who I knew, he'd always be around, and he point blank told me, like, every time I saw him, he, you know, was with a white girl, which, no problem, I could care less. It had nothing to do with me, but we were cool, we talked on some basis, and me at the time, I was probably about 19, and I asked him, like, hey, why do you only, like, date white girls?
Right.
But that was his exact answer, like, I don't have to deal with attitude, or, like, somebody telling me this or that, or whatever, and I said, all right. And I think he kind of got upset that I asked him about that, but I'm gathering that he's been asked that before, but I'm not asking like maliciously. I'm asking like, oh, well, what's up with that? Like,
right.
why do you exclude a group that you're a part of, essentially? And then years later, I probably saw him later on. It was actually out of the club. I was leaving, and he was entering, and he was like, hey, you know, what's up? I was like, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? And he was like, no, like, hey, what's up? And I'm going to call him Mike. I was like, Mike, you don't talk to black girls. Have a nice night. You know, tried to catch up to me and, like, you know, explain himself. But, you know, I mean, I wasn't interested either way. But I just thought that was funny that now, years later, your mindset has changed a little bit about that. Or now you have a difference of opinion. Mm-hmm. So
maybe the experience was different.
I don't know. And you can't. But yeah, we're deemed as being like having the attitude or being aggressive or going to do the talk back to. And then.
Because we're dominant. And I don't think that's a problem.
I don't think so either.
Especially
for the right person.
Yeah, especially if you have like a challenging like husband, like or somebody that's kind of like that with you, then you're growing together.
But I would want someone that's gonna call me on my shit and tell me or keep me in line, because you know you can't deem just white girls and Asian women to being submissive or listening, so to speak. I'm going to follow or by example. If you're leading me to what I feel is the right way, then there's not going to be any issues. But you got to show me an example of what I feel I'm following. Otherwise, I naturally come from a place of why and what's going on. Mm-hmm. I just naturally do.
Me, I like to go with the flow sometimes because I like to peep the scene, so I'll be quiet. But the moment that I feel like it's a problem, I'm stepping in. So, I mean, it's everybody's different. But yeah, I think it's based on their characteristics and things like that on why they feel like.
I posted a video. I watched it on someone in particular Snapchat too, and it was pretty graphic. But two kids, maybe 13, 14, they're having sex in the woods, which okay, they shouldn't be doing that, but kids do that, especially in the day of social media. He posted it. Now the boy was probably maybe Cuban, Dominican, something of Spanish descent. The girl was white. Her dad was a police officer. Found out about it. The next clip of the video is the boy, hands behind his back, zip tied, and the dad shoots him in the back of the head, point blank, and empties the clip on this boy. Crazy. Because that could have been how the conversation had. It was a consensual thing. Your daughter's involved too. Like, and you're a police officer. Like, why couldn't that conversation be had? Because it all straight traced back to she was white and he was something else and he didn't like that. And that's what it boiled down to, which is crazy to me because I don't think like that at all. Another thing is children don't think like that at all, or whatever, in terms of, this is going to be my friend,
right?
He's a white boy, white girl, whatever, or vice versa, or I like her, or I find her attractive. Like, it doesn't, those gray lines come in with our parents and grandparents or their influences or people that we're around, or whatever. But, I mean, interracial dating obviously is going to tie into racism, but, I mean, it's crazy in this time that it still goes on, but hey, a lot of shit is still going on that shouldn't be, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. But let us know what you think. What do you think? How do you feel about it? Are you in a relationship that's of a different ethnicity, nationality, something to that effect? We're interested in hearing your opinions. But again, thanks so much for watching. Let's be honest, we're not licensed professionals, so again, don't take it personal.
Give us our next topic on the next video about what you want us to talk about or hear or specifically want to know.
And we will see you all next time. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.